He has a verdict, is that correct? Yes, sir. All right. Just a second, we'll bring them in. Speaking to the audience, shortly the verdict will be read. First, I want to compliment the audience during this entire week. You've been, and each member of the audience, you have been particularly quiet and respectful. That's the way the system is supposed to work. And we do appreciate the way you've conducted yourselves. That being said, I want to caution each of you that there should be no emotional outbursts or comments when the verdict is read. So you've done a good job thus far, so let's keep it that way. At this time, would you show the jury in, please?
All jurors present.
Very good, thank you. Be seated, please. Speaking to the foreperson, has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you hand it to the bailiff and he'll hand it up to me? Thank you. Ms. Jewell, would you and your attorneys please stand while the verdict is read? At this time, I'm going to ask the clerk to please publish the verdict.
In the Circuit Court of the 8th Judicial Circuit, in and for Baker County, Florida, State of Florida versus Rhonda Jewell, case number 02-2023 CF333. We, the jury, find as follows. As to count 1 of the information, the defendant is not guilty. We, the jury, find as follows. As to count 2 of the information, the defendant is guilty of third-degree felony murder as charged in the information. We, the jury, find as follows. As to count 3 of the information, the defendant is guilty of leaving a child unattended or unsupervised in a motor vehicle causing great bodily injury as charged in the information. So say we, this 8th day of November 2024 at McClenny, Baker County, Florida, signed by the foreperson David Saints.
Very good. Be seated, please. Is either counsel aware of any further proceedings that would require the presence of the jury?
We'd like to have the jury polled, Judge.
Okay. Members of the jury, a request has been made that the jury be polled. The purpose of conducting a poll is to verify that the verdict of the jury is unanimous. Shortly, the clerk will be asking each of you individually if the verdict that was just read is your verdict, and you should respond appropriately, yes or no. I remind you that you are still under oath that you took at the commencement of this trial. The clerk will now conduct the poll of the jury.
Juror number 288, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 48, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 373, is this your verdict? Yes. Juror number 150, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Juror number 139, is this your verdict?
Yes, ma'am.
Juror number 50, is this your verdict?
Yes.
Very well. Any further proceedings involving the jury?
No, Your Honor.
Okay,
No, sir.
very well. Members of the jury, I want to thank each of you for your time and consideration. It's been a week, and it's been a long week, and I know that a lot of the time you sat around and didn't have much to do, but that's just the process. But without the service of jurors such as yourself, the system would not work. And your participation really is just essential to our jury service. I also want to advise you of some very special privileges enjoyed by jurors, specifically without a court order. No juror can be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room. And although you're free to speak with anyone about your deliberations, you are also free to refuse to speak to anyone. The lawyers and their representatives are not permitted to initiate any communications with you about the trial. However, you may speak to the lawyers or anyone else about the trial. You also have the right to refuse to speak with anyone. It will be up to you to decide whether to preserve your privacy as a juror. And again, I do seriously thank you for your service as a juror. And with those instructions, you are discharged from further service. Mr. Bailiff, you may want to escort them back to the jury room. They can pick up their personal effects and whatnot, and then you can escort them from the courthouse, as you put it. So at this time, again, thank you.
All right.
Be seated, please. Mr. Nelson, is your client entitled to a pre-sentence investigation report?
Yes, sir, she is.
Okay. It's my understanding she is out on bond at this time.
She is, Judge.
I'm going to remand her to the custody of the sheriff pending word from the surety on the bond that they're willing to keep her on the bond pending, or at least until such time as we have sentencing.
So we just verify that she can be released?
Yes, as soon as it's been verified, she can be released. Okay, are there any other proceedings in this case at this time that we need to deal with?
You want to set a date, Judge, or how do you want to handle it?
I don't at this point because I don't know what it is. Something will be coming out very soon, though, probably first part of next week.
Who do you want to notify probation and parole about the PSI? Do you want me to do that?
Would you like to do it?
I'll do that.
Okay, very good. That'll be fine.
Your Honor,
Yes.
can Mr. Nelson and I pledge briefly?
Anything else we need to do at this point?
No, sir.
Okay, again, to everyone, thank you very much for your participation in the process, and we are adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir.
Do we need to tell the judge that?